Hello everyone, and I am Gloomy, and I am not door 1, but we are going through door 1. So, let's get to it.
My choice is door 1.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here. I had 3 pieces of paper ready, and I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot. I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
You got lucky.
I can't get over how he's cheating in this. What he himself recommended to do.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1. It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself. Our only problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age. Right, June?
Well, I am...
Pig. You just wait and see. Calling me old. This is why men are such a pain in the ass. They're about as subtle as a brick.
And they're at it again.
She's crumbling a lot.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Don't make that face. It'll be like what 7 said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the nonary game works.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
Here's A deck. It was the door on the left, right?
That should be it, yes.
Then here we go. It's just as Santa and Lotus said. A numbered door.
There's the red. I'll go first. Now the 2 of you, if you would. Now, are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah, anytime.
Very well then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
And it's open! Move it! Where is it? There it is! Over there!
I believe this was the captain's room. They mentioned it earlier.
It stopped.
Yes, it did. Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
It's funny how everyone gets this line after the second room, I believe, or third. I'm not sure. Either
I
way,
agree.
this one gets dropped on every route.
Now then. There's another door. Let's try opening it. So, this is the wheelhouse? Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something!
Okay, I will.
All right then, let's get started.
Okay. The chart room. The chart room. Yeah, the captain's room was next, I believe, maybe. Well, we'll see. Stack of nautical charts. There's nothing left in the drawer. A chair. A chair. Bo isn't talking much. Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, she's been through a lot. Really, it's more surprising that she's still together enough to talk at all. Oh, there's a pocket watch.
Oh, pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
You instantly come check up on us. We just checked 2 things. That's a problem. Well, not a problem, but...
Well, not a problem, but... That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. I wanted to talk to Clover alone. There's something I want to ask her, and I don't want anyone to overhear us. I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm a little desperate to send him back. Quick. He has to leave.
Oh, I see. Of course. I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
What was that about? Why are you looking at me like that?
No, it's not like that.
What's it like then?
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
About the experiment, remember? The one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay? You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it. I promise. So, Junpei, who do you think did it?
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Well, technically, it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3? Wait. Lotus is 8, right? So 9. Ace and Lotus?
Would it be Ace and Lotus? The digital root for Snake, Ace, and Lotus is 2.
Oh.
That's definitely not 3. They wouldn't be able to open the door. Then which 2 could?
Santa and Lotus?
Would it be Santa and Lotus? The digital root for Snake, Santa, and Lotus is 4. Nope, they couldn't open door 3. Then...
Santa and 7.
Would it be Santa and 7? The digital root for Snake's 3! Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
So...
What's wrong?
Well, I thought about it, and...
That's what I thought. Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities? Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people? I really don't think that's likely.
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Yeah, here. What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah,
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
So, what does that leave?
A and E. Wait, it can't be A.
Why?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it.
Okay then. I can cross off A too.
Yeah,
Well, what have we got left?
E.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us.
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and Seven are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
Oh, I see. Anyway, I understand now. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and Seven.
that's how it looks.
But why would they do it?
Their motive.
Have I interrupted something?
He's being just obnoxiously paranoid.
What is it?
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
Go ahead.
Okay. What did you want to talk about?
There was something I wanted to check.
Yeah? What's that?
If you'll excuse me.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking.
No.
Just as I thought. What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket? You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
I highly believe he was looking for something different.
Damn.
Oh well. Let's go. Keep on checking. It's a wooden box. Maybe a case of letters. Hey Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. It's a light. Well, I guess she doesn't really feel like talking. She's not really paying attention to anything, is it? Her mind must be somewhere else. The shelves are lined with books. Let's see, what's in this blue one? There's something written on it. Ship's log. Huh. Ship's log, huh? New material has been added to the file screen. Alright. There's the ship's log. Ship log found in the chart room. The following is written on the last page. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time and are now heading due to north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Right? A map, it's got the Atlantic Ocean in the middle. Hey Junpei, what do you think these red things are? Yeah, they look like pins. What do you think they're for? Who knows? What do you mean, who knows? Come on, be serious. I am. Red pins on a map of the world. I wonder what they mean. Hey Junpei, you sure you don't have any, like, hints or clues or something? Oh, yeah. Let me see if they match up. World map with Atlantic Ocean in the center. There are a number of red pins in the several locations. World map with Atlantic Ocean in the center. There are a number of red pins in several locations. What do these red pins mean? Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something. Let's see. What do you know? Looks like this one's a match for the pins. Okay, so we got 7 locations connected by a straight line. and each one has a word next to it. That's probably a speed. New material has been added to the file screen. Oh god, so many file screen things. The nautical table. No, table found in a chart room. It shows directions of southwest, southwest, north, west, east, north, and straight. There's a word next to each point on the map. Full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. That's what it says. Oh boy. I have a feeling this one's going to be annoying. The left drawer, let's have a look, nothing. The right drawer, let's have a look, nothing. A chair, Clover isn't very talkative. She looks kinda out at it. Is she thinking about Snake? The dad is bolted to the wall here. Junpei, are you trying to open that door? Forget it, it's pointless. I tried it earlier. It won't open. Guess we have everything here, so... this isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. Desk, anything in the drawers? Nope. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. Broken compass. Doesn't look like it'll be useful. Broken compass? Doesn't look like it'll be useful. The helm. Well, a steering wheel might be more appropriate term. This thing won't budge. Feels like there's something keeping it in place. What would be the point of moving it? The ship has stopped. What would be the use of steering it? Yeah, I know, still. Alright. It looks like this is the only exit. Yeah, let's take the pocket watch. Looks like there's some sort of lock. It's got a weird shape indentation on it. Huh? This shape. Maybe. It does look like a pocket watch would fit here. Nothing. Imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. Alright. The door, it's locked. Oh, that's here. There's another room on the other side of the window. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. An engine or the telegraph. They use this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. Like the gear shifting car? Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship and it sends signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. Huh? There's no handle. You're right, there isn't. It looks as though it was deliberately moved. Alright, we need a handle. A compass. And what destiny does it point us to? I really hope you don't think that sounded cool. Steering wheel. Let's see if it... Whoa. Looks like the steering wheel moves. So it would seem I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship. It's moving. Ha! Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one or another somehow. Do you think it's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Oh gosh. I do have the... It's in the files. Why is everything in the files? I like the files. Alright. Let me quickly note this down and check it during input. And like hell I can remember this. Alright. Here we go. Back so. We move it, then the direction changes. I swear I saw something that had directions on it. Maybe if I entered direction in that order. So we begin with south. Oh. Yeah. Alright, south. Then west. Then southwest. Then northwest. Then east. And then north. Oh, yeah. Happy. The handle came off. Ha. Slipping so low, are you Zero? I don't think he's stooping low. I believe it's part of this riddle. Before that, let me just quickly note down the other record. The nautical table, yes. Can't remember that. Well. Knowing the answer is half the riddle. Or something like that. So, I sure hope this handle fits. Yes, it fits. Excellent. It should allow us to operate the engine or the telegraph. Let's give it a shot. So. Full. Half. Slow. Full. Half. Dead. And stop. Huh? That's weird. I thought I put the right speed. Did I mess up? Oh, I don't think so. Look, something's happened on the back of the wall of the wheelhouse. Yeah, you're right. Let's check it out. What? Oh. There's something in the wall that kinda looks like an arrival board. There are a whole bunch of words on the left side to display. What the hell is this? They're names of ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing XX carrier, XX flight, XX at XX00. Like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. It looks like only one of those has a time on it though. The time on the last line, right? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time? Wait, what? The arrival board, the left side is filled with words. Looks like 10 seconds past 3 o'clock is the arrival time. But why are they showing even seconds? Item. Search a mechanical pocket watch with a spring. It doesn't appear to be working. The hands have stopped at 5 minutes 39 seconds past 10 o'clock. Turning knob does nothing. Yeah, it's probably broken. Looks as though you could move the hands, however. Yeah, I want to. Only move the hands manually and the knob doesn't work. Do I need to put it in here? There's some sort of square device embedded into this door. I know that I'm supposed to put a water watch in this bowl, but could you move this? broken pocket watch. I can only move the hands manually. The door doesn't. Could you move them? Maybe you. Maybe if I check the board with this, a digital scoreboard or something like this. It's got the names of ports along the route. Last line says 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. This must be the estimate time of the final port. Oh, perhaps. Whoa, what's he doing? Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, he just took my pocket watch. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Just trust me. It should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back, but don't need to look so smug about it. Let's see what he... Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Oh, so you changed it to match the final arrival time. He's nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Great. So this should be it. Looks like some sort of lock. It's got a weird shape indentation on it. Actually, it's shaped just like the pocket watch I've got. Let's try putting this in there. Right, so we're open. Yes, it says open now. Good work. It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey, Clover. What? Look, we unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room. Oh, well, let's go then. Clover. Let's open it, right? Let us. Right.
Oh, a hallway.
It's far too narrow to be called one. This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go. Wow. Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Huh? Wait, this one is...
Ah, yes. A telegraph key. These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago. This must be the communication office.
And that door?
Captain's quarters.
That's what it says.
Then, do you think...
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
There's actually a dead dude here. What the heck?
Not again. Damn. No, wait. We didn't check his pulse yet. Maybe he's still alive. No pulse. Well, he's dead. Damn. If only we knew how it happened. These wounds. I wonder what killed him. It must have been this. These clothes. A captain. Does that mean this guy was 0? Bracelet 0.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
Weird. Captain's quarters. What is this? Camcorder. It looks like it's pointed at a door. Well, the power's on. Why would someone want to videotape a door? Weird. So this is the exit, huh? Don't even really have to try this door to know that it's locked. Knew it. I think this kind of camera records to a hard drive. But it doesn't look like this one's recording anything. What do you mean? It's just sending whatever it sees to something. What does it see? The door. There's blood on the chair. Do you think this was the dead guys? Yeah, probably. Guess so. Oh, a music box. It's a lamp, but it doesn't turn on. I don't think there's anything special about it. a bed. There's nothing in it. Oh. Finally, a bed with nothing in it. They look like batteries. There's a cable running from them to the monitor. Oh, that's interesting. The screen shows the big hospital room. There's just some random hallways on this one. This one shows the central staircase on C deck. I don't recognize the room on this one. The room on this screen looks really fancy. The screen shows what's going on in a small room somewhere that I can't recognize. The screen showing what happened in the central staircase on B deck. Oh, wow. What's the deal with this? Is this some kind of code? There are 4 rows of numbers and letters. They all start with 0 and then end with 8, F, N or V respectively. Maybe this has something to do with the number bases. New material has been added to the file screen. Oh god. So many file screen things. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. They probably switched what you see on the screens. Do you know how this thing works? Why don't we just press one of these? Like this one. Well, I guess it does change. What the hell is this? There's nothing on the monitor. There's clearly something written on the monitor, my man. Just static. There's nothing on the monitor, just static. I don't really think there's just static, but let's give the game the benefit of the doubt. It should know better. Hey, isn't that the door at the screen on the right behind us? You're right. So what the camera reader sees is sent to this screen in real time. I wonder if that means something, you know?
Huh. Z-E-R-O, huh? It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
Nothing.
What about him? Do you think that's really Zero?
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Yeah, right.
But that would explain the strange happenings in the other ending that we got. The submarine ending. At least we'd had one dude that could possibly go on that weird murder spree.
Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be Zero.
Huh?
Don't you get it? The letters that spell Zero on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the bracelet with a 0 on it. It's too obvious. Look, this is Zero right here. This dead body is Zero. Isn't that kinda fishy?
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
No, that's not the point. I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work. Which makes me wonder. I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this. He's making fun of us. Don't you get it? If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was Zero, they'd never have put a bracelet on him. Walking around with a Zero bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, "I did it!" Anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything Zero is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was Zero and put the bracelet on him anyway. Do you know why?
Why?
Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, suckers, this isn't Zero. Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me. It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is. That's what seems funny to me. Alright, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
You have no idea who he is.
Why would I?
We should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is. Give me a hand here, Clover.
Huh?
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets? Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it.
Yeah, Junpei, that's the way. You do it alone.
Here. Huh? Hey, it's the...
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. One, you escape from this ship. Two, more Hartley reaches zero. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the backside of the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to zero, it will shut down automatically.
Oh god. This man... He's dead, isn't he?
Huh?
No, it's just... I guess I didn't really think about it until right now. If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious. Well, he looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen, though. I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive.
Junpei, what do you mean?
I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kinda has it better, you know?
Does he now?
Dying from a bomb going off inside of you? I mean, that's just... Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin. I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something. There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm.
That's the point here.
And,
What did you just say?
oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking. I mean...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Arm?
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did, but I mean, didn't you see it too?
Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was gonna see the details. Are you sure it was his left arm?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he had a broken bone, right?
What the hell are you getting at here?
Just shut up and answer me!
Yeah, he did. It was pretty bad too. The bone was sticking out of the arm. Clover? What's wrong? Look, I'm sorry if I said anything.
No, Junpei, you said absolute right thing here.
Thank you.
Huh? What are you...
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Hey, what's going on with you?
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy.
Why?
The body in the shower room, it isn't his. It isn't my brother.
Huh?
It's not Snake.
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is... I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this. But he's still alive. I'm so happy. I'm so glad.
Huh?
Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
That's...
I only made it here because you gave me this. I was suspicious of everybody, and I was angry and miserable. But because I had this 4-leaf clover, because of what you said to me,
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Santa? Why?
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Oh.
Huh?
What is she doing?
Did Santa really tell you those things?
Yeah, he did. Did I, say something wrong?
Oh no, not at all. In fact, this could be really good news, I think.
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
Subjects?
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me.
Isn't A still in the room?
Uh-huh.
But he's blind, and I was part of the Nevada test group. So neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
Whoa. Okay, time out. Let's just calm down for a second, okay? Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You gotta start with 1 and then move to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. If you don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with this experiment. What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
Morphogenetic fields.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
I think Lotus mentioned something like that.
Telepathy, huh? Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing.
What?
The nonary game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. What do the nonary game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
So you're saying the nonary game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger. It had to be life and death, and someone did actually die. A girl.
Huh.
She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
Oh,
so
my
he
apologies. I
wasn't
seem to
in
have
the room.
disturbed you.
Ace!
You two must have strong stomachs. I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long. At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something? I'm having a little trouble and I could really use your assistance. Come on, it'll only take a moment.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
Huh? Hey, wait!
Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up!
Yeah. Clover being such a tease. Small screwdrivers. That's great. Something in the drawer. Ink. There's nothing in the drawer anymore. Great. It's an old telegraph machine. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works. It's an old telegraph machine, nothing suspicious here. It looks as though the drawer is the only thing that's locked. I don't see a keyhole though. An electrical lock perhaps? Take a look at the left side of the drawer. Yeah, there's some cables over there. That must mean... Hey, what's this? It's blank, there's nothing written on it. There's a paper. There's nothing in the drawer anymore. The telecommunication device, most likely used to transmit a radio signal of some sort. Experimented with it earlier, but to no avail. I imagine it's broken. There's a pair of headphones on the desk. I can't guess that. Can I click it? No, I can't. Look, a hook. That wasn't a joke. I know, man. A clock mounted to the wall. The hands aren't moving. A little surprised that the time is wrong then, I suppose. And there's nothing on the back. Oh well. Can't do this, can't do that. So what am I supposed to do? Junpei, what are you doing? We've searched the wheelhouse from top to bottom. There's no reason to go back here. In fact, don't you think it would be wise to investigate the captain's quarters? I think we ought to check both rooms, don't you? Alright, then back to the captain's quarters it is. But I checked this already, didn't I? I'm still missing something. This? Oh, I need to look. Hey, Ace, look. It's a monkey with glasses. Yeah, if you squeeze your eyes, you may see a monkey with glasses. How on earth did you arrive to that conclusion? It's a telegraph key, a machine for transmitting Morse code. I tried sending an SOS signal earlier, but I hoped it did anything. Zero would never make it that easy. So you think it's broken? No, it works. I'm just not sure if it actually transmits anything outside of the ship. So... Hey Ace, look! It's a model of a steam train. How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? I agree with Ace here. Never thought I'd say this. So... just normal light. Well, it won't turn on, so maybe not that normal. Pair of headphones. Can't hear anything. Guess whatever they were connected to, it doesn't work anymore. So, telegraph key. It says you use it to send messages in Morse code. Okay. Okay. Still missing something? Oh, I got the ink. Just a moment. Combine with the ink. No. Oh, you can combine this and this. No. You can combine this and this. You can combine this and this. Alright, the screwdriver ought to make short work of this music box. So, we have a cylinder. Now we can combine this and this. I guess I'll put the ink on the cylinder. Dirty cylinder. Right, and now we can do this. So, I just gotta roll the cylinder across the paper. And if I'm right, the ink should... Yeah, I got a Morse code chart. Great. So... just a second. Alright, I've got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. Right, let's give it a shot. How do I do this? Do I need to... Oh. It's somewhere down there. That's the last one, and yes, excellent work, Junpei. Good job. You seem to have figured it out. Unlock the drawer. So I still don't know what the code is though, but I unlocked the drawer.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE.
Oh, all eyes.
All I. Alice. Does this mean... What the hell is this?
Egyptian. Egyptian. Did I spell that right? Did I well, whatever.
They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Or just, yeah, they're hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt. That was what I wanted to say.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course.
Absolutely. Isn't that basic, like English and whatever second language you learned?
I can't. What would make you think I could?
What the hell? Whoa, the whole thing's like that. Huh? What's this? Oh, a key card.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a Mars key
Uranus.
card. No,
That's the Uranus symbol.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library then.
So it would seem.
Bottom deck library. Oh. Seven said something like,
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic.
could beneath the navel mean the bottom deck, and the forest of knowledge is the library? Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Yeah. I just remembered something.
Is that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
The Egyptian priestess, an Ice 9. Interesting.
And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster, they called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain. According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room, beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a theory.
Junpei, have you ever heard of the term CAS?
Cass?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter.
Oh, I do believe there was some... there's some way to... Somewhere in the world we have... whatever it is, it may not be the same name, but we have something that is trying to do something similarly. Basically, you can freeze yourself. Let me first say that I don't know how accurate my information there is, but there is some way to freeze yourself with basically no chance of getting thawed out. But there is some company out there freezing people to preserve them, so they may or may not, in when there's actually a way to bring them back, get them back alive, basically, but most likely they are frozen dead. Yeah, but there's some company doing something like that, as far as I am aware, but don't quote me on that. I'm absolutely not certain how accurate that information is. I believe I heard that a few years ago.
Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals.
Well, that's something entirely different then.
Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process.
We call that dry freezing.
Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
What do you mean, other things?
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Space travel? Are you serious?
Surely you've heard of suspended animation. Cryogenic freezing? It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
Whoa, wait a minute there. Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that CAS thing?
Oh, this is an interesting point. The space travel thingy with freezing people and thawing them out later, that is quite a moral dilemma. Because if you send someone into space in a frozen state for a long period of time, they might not be the first to reach their destination because the advancement of technology is faster than the travel time. So if you can do something like that, it would be more wise to wait longer for technology to shorten the time needed to travel that distance. There was some conundrum and some moral dilemma there in someone's philosophical writing. Don't know which one it was, but I read something like that somewhere. Could have been a sci-fi book though. So, no guarantee for the accuracy.
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist,
Which it doesn't.
and casts were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
Which it didn't.
You think she could be alive?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature,
That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about?
you're quite right. It does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but even if you are unfrozen, then you don't suddenly... You're not suddenly alive. You'd actually need to be restarted. Just because you're not frozen anymore doesn't mean that you're active and running. Well, whatever.
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else then could have done so?
Nobody. After Santa and Lotus used the Earth key, they turned back and met up with me and June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, 7, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, 7, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those three to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were only gone 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed that guy in there, and run back that fast.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time?
Let's disregard this all ice nonsense and Ice 9 stuff as a smokescreen to hide the actual killer. And let's spread out the information that we actually have. We know that Ace is basically tried to kill Snake, but he killed someone else instead. And Snake is somehow brought to this coffin in the church room and locked in there. So we still have someone who was able to move about to actually organize the things that couldn't have been. And I don't think those things would have been possible in the meantime while the others were searching for things, wouldn't it? Or maybe if it all happened within that 1 hour where they're searching those 100 rooms. That could have been a case. You can make a case for that. That someone of those, the one who Zero was running around and doing the stuff that he wanted to prepare, and in the meantime already, if by any way had access through a key to those rooms and prepared the things. But would that make sense? Oh well, let's move on.
A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
All ice. Alice. Is she really somewhere on the ship? Maybe this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge.
Yeah, this card would probably give you access to the library.
And the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge?
Why do you talk about the library like that? Just call it library. Do you have to buy into that stuff?
Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now. I'll come back to this later.
Oh well, a new material has been added to the file screen. I guess it's the Egyptian book. Let's... Oh. Yeah, right. Helpful. There's a key in the drawer. I guess it's hidden under the thread file. It's a unique key. Well, that certainly is a unique key. What is this? Alright, so... here we go. The control panel for electric lock. Looks like it's got a keyhole in the bottom right. Maybe the key I got earlier. Sweet. Just to put that key in and now it's on. Junpei, look. There's a minus sign on the screen. I guess there are 8 of them. That probably means we've got to put in 8 digits. Do you think we can figure it out? We do have that file with the numeral system chart. Numeral system chart is found in the captain's quarters. 10 in base 10 is written as A in hexadecimal. Therefore 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, and so on. This chart showed the rules for each numeral system. What? That's a base 10 key chart, but we still don't have... It shows up on the screen behind us. Yeah, if we put a hand in front of it, it shows up in the middle of the screen back there. I've got a short lifeline, Junpei. You've got a short lifeline, Junpei. Hey, mind your own business. I didn't understand that one. Oh. Oh, we do have this. Certainly is a possibility. Wait just 1 second then. New file. No, quickly. So basically 0 in base 10. Yeah, sorry. I'm incapable of math. So 10 in base 10. It's written as A in hexadecimal. And so on. This chart showed the rules for each numeral system. Ten, 11, 12. A, B, C, D, E, F, E, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 20, 20. 9, 20. Oh god. I'm bad. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I guess 35. 35. 8 digits. Once I've got 8 digits, I press E to enter. If I mess up, I just enter with C, alright? 35. 14. 27. 24. God. I'm sorry this took way too long. It worked. Good job, Junpei. Excellent. You seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. Alright, let's go.
All right, let's go. That's the next door. Wait, a piece of paper. This is... Map of the ship's interior for A deck.
Oh, that's interesting. We didn't get this one, I guess.
What's wrong?
I found a map for this floor.
I see.
Well, that was anticlimactic. I should keep this, though. Hey, where's Clover? Damn it, what the hell is she up to? Clover!
Huh?
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is a note.
A note?
Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes. It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
No, she got this one from here.
What the hell? Let me see it.
No, not right.
Hey, Junpei, Clover! What are you two doing? Hurry up!
He's getting mad. I'll show it to you later, all right? Come on, we gotta hurry.
From the look of that pocket, it doesn't particularly look like just a note.
Yeah, I believe she also took the bracelet.
Jeez, what are you thinking? For crying out loud.
But I guess taking
Big stairs. So this is where it ends up.
But I guess taking the bracelet is a sensible thing to do. You shouldn't leave that there.
Just like it says on the map. Ace, did he head down? Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
Really?
Let's join them. Junpei, Clover!
What's up?
We found it!
Found what?
We found it!
What did you find?
The last door! We found door 9!
No.
What?
Come on! Just follow us! We'll explain on the way!
Okay.
Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
Junpei! We finally made it!
Yeah, it's finally time. We've reached the end. But something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind. 2 people. Is there a way? 4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Hey! Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Let's go, Junpei!
Did you just find a single door? So we know about the 2 in the church. Are we on the way there?
I know I told you I'd explain it earlier, but honestly, there ain't much to explain. After we split off from you guys, the 4 of us got into the elevator on the left, and that took us to the other side of the grate. After that, we headed down another hallway. It took us toward the bow and eventually to the number 6 that you two found earlier. We opened it and kept going. There was another locked door behind it, like usual, but this time we had to complete 2 different areas before we could unlock it. Once we were through that door, there was another hallway that went the other direction, toward the stern.
So, on your way, you found the elevator.
That's right.
So, in other words, you kinda did a lap, huh? You came from that side to this side.
Yeah,
So, where's the number 9 door?
over here. Follow me.
By the way, you know, it's because of Santa that we're all here right now.
Huh?
That all 7 of us are going to door 9.
What?
You don't get it? Santa, 7, and Lotus, what's their digital route?
9. It's 9.
That's right. They could have just left me behind and kept going if they'd wanted to.
But they didn't.
Yes, because Santa wouldn't let them. He said, we can't leave June and the others behind. That's why we went looking for you guys.
And then you got on the elevator and went back to the central staircase.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't have called that one. That Santa would be the one to stick up for you, I mean.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't mean that 7 and Lotus said they wanted to leave me behind. We were just talking about it, and Santa objected to it first.
Is that so?
We're here.
So, is this...
Yeah.
There's no other place for us to go.
Nope. Just look around. There's a big old iron wall at the end of the hallway. The other hallways on the left and right are blocked by metal grates.
I see.
All right, let's get moving.
Oh,
wait.
the 9 door. We're finally here. No doubt about it. This is door 9. Oh, finally! This is the last...
Junpei, look behind you.
Behind? What? Why? A door and a 9. There's another one? Hey, what the hell? What the hell is going on here? There's a red there too. That means... And of course it won't open. But why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
Do you think perhaps one is the right door and the other is the wrong one?
I don't know about that. It seems unlikely.
What makes you say so?
Well, think about all the rooms we've been through so far. They're full of puzzles, but there are always hints about how to solve them. I'm pretty sure there aren't any rooms where we just had to go with our best guess and leave it to instinct to solve the puzzle. Do you really think that...
Do you really think that going to suddenly throw in something that depends entirely on luck?
Then you're saying there's some sort of hint in this room.
No, I don't think there's a hint anywhere in here. I searched it very well when I was in here before. I didn't find anything that might have been a hint, though.
Well then, that means...
Yeah, both of these are the right door. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. So if there are 2 number 9 doors, if we split it up right?
That's not gonna work. You've got a notebook and a pen, right? Can I borrow them?
Yeah, here.
Look at this. You get it? The numbers on the top are all the combinations with digital roots of 9. The numbers on the bottom are the people who don't fit. There's only 8 possibilities if we split up into 2 groups of 3 or 4 people. So...
If 3 people go through the door, then 4 are left behind. If 4 go through, then 3 are left behind.
yeah.
No way.
Come to think of it. What is this room? It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony, but what kind? Is that an altar? A coffin? No, it couldn't possibly be.
Okay, I give up. I give up. I figured if we sat around here long enough, someone would volunteer. But I guess nobody's got the guts to do it.
What are you talking about?
What, you guys didn't figure it out yet? Fine, let me enlighten you. Clover was mostly right with her little explanation earlier, but she missed something. She wasn't really wrong, she just... screw it! Let me just write it out. If you're trying to leave with a group of 3 and a group of 4 and get everybody out, Clover's right. But there's another way. Only one combination, though. If you split us up into groups of 3, 3, and 1, you can make this combination.
Wait, this means...
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to copy Ace or anything like that. Even if he hadn't been the hero back in the big hospital room, I'd still be saying the same thing.
The same thing? Are you saying?
Yeah. I'll stay behind.
Why are you acting so heroic all of a sudden? Are you some kind of idiot? No, I'm completely against this. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna have to owe you for getting out of here.
I'm against it too. I didn't want to leave Ace behind, and I don't want to leave you either.
I don't like that idea. There's gotta be other options.
I disagree as well. I can't say I care much for you being the hero.
Well, there you go, Seven. Proposal denied. Clover's right. There's gotta be a better way than this.
Doesn't make any sense.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I haven't said anything yet.
Are you... agreeing? You want to leave him here?
Nah, I'm against it. I don't want to leave Seven here alone.
Then I don't see how it matters.
I said alone.
Huh?
I said I don't want to leave Seven alone.
What the hell are you...
What? You don't get it? I can't leave just one person. I need 2 more. 3 people, including Seven. I'll be leaving behind 3 people. That's my proposal. No, those are my orders.
What do you mean, orders? What the hell makes you think you can order us around? Who the hell's gonna listen to you?
You all will. In 3 seconds, you won't have a choice.
What?
3, 2, 1.
Ah!
See? I told you.
Huh? What? Why? What the hell is that?
The gun's from the other room.
What room?
One of the rooms behind door 6. I should have known he was gonna do this. I should have taken the gun.
Well, it's too late now, fat ass.
Damn it!
Now, time for you to start following my orders. Ace, Lotus, congratulations! I've chosen you to come with me.
Oh, weird combination.
Put your hands in the red. Hey, you deaf? I gave you an order. Right, fine. I didn't want to waste any bullets, but you guys just don't get it.
Ha!
He really shot it? But why? Santa, why are you... Santa, I thought you were one of us. I thought we were friends.
What?
You knew about the leaf words and the 4-leaf clover.
What the hell is that shit? I've got no idea.
You're lying.
Shut up! Just shut up! You stupid bitch! You want me to put a bullet in your fucking head?
Santa.
Alright, assholes. What are you still standing there for? Get over here and scan those bracelets. I don't have all day. Oh, what's the matter? Your hearing's starting to go? Going senile, maybe?
That's it. It's the only way. Please.
Huh?
No way.
Junpei, what are you saying? If you stay here, you're going to be stuck, Junpei. And so will Clover and Seven.
I know, but you don't need to worry about us. We'll figure something out. Right, Seven?
Right. You just leave it to us. It's gonna piss me off to do what Santa says, but...
Don't worry about me either. There's still something I have to take care of.
No, you can't! Ace, Lotus, don't come over! Don't worry about me, please!
Please. Go.
all right.
Fine.
Alright, now let's get those hands on the scanner panel. What's the holdup? What? You think I'm fucking around here? I don't give a shit about this girl. The red doesn't need a person, you know? All I need is the bracelet. You get it? Good. Now put your fucking hands on the scanner. I'm not gonna say it again.
Fine.
Good job. Now, Lotus, pull that lever. Soon as the door opens, you get your ass in there. Try anything stupid, and you know what happens, right?
Damn it.
Good. Go. Later.
It's such a weird combination he's taking for himself.
June.
So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
What do you mean, what do I want to do? What can we do?
First told us you could open the cover.
What the hell is that?
Shh, quiet!
Where is it coming from? Could it be?
Hey, I think it's coming from this coffin.
You're right!
Let's open it.
But how?
What are those muscles for? For show?
You're telling me to force it open?
Just shut up and try!
We're back to doing force things.
Damn it!
Man, it won't even budge. Not another one.
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open?
I think so. Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out, and now.
I know that, but how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
Isn't there a hint somewhere?
Well, let's look for one.
Ugh, there's nothing here.
Not making this easy, are they?
What's the passcode? What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
Truth had gone, and Truth had gone. Ah, now Truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
Wait, what? What the hell was that? That voice?
Huh? What?
What's up?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
He pressed the buttons. Right, left, right, left, right, left.
One 4 3 8 3 4 2 1.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, what the hell were those numbers?
Oh my gosh, are those...
1 4 3 8 3 4 2 1.
That's interesting. He shouldn't know this information yet, but he does.
1 4 3 8 3 4 2 1.
What?
Why are you...
Oh? Is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
Snake!
You? Why?
Junpei? And Seven? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
Oh.
Jeez.
You're back!
Gently now. My body's still a little weak.
Oh, you're back! You're back! You're really here! You're back!
Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
Not as though! You did! I really thought you were dead!
Huh?
You jerk! Idiot! Idiot! Idiot!
I see. I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes. Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
Yeah.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here, in this room. Do I have it straight?
Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Sorry, there wasn't a good time to tell you.
Don't worry about it.
Well then. I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed. It's still something of a mystery who did all this, and why.
Yeah, that's the point.
The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were?
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes. But you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X.
I don't know, Seven. I like those fancy collar straps. I could use one for myself.
We need to figure out who that was.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
Then that means it was...
Zero.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Why? Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either. Truth had gone, truth had gone. Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? Also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
So, maybe he could access this information because he was aware of this stuff, though. Huh.
And someone did actually die. A girl. Her name was...
There had been another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago, and a girl had died during it. Morphogenetic field theory. The 2 murders. Switching clothes. The nonary game. Zero. He's the ringleader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. Zero should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes? That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry.
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Oh yeah, you're right. With Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going. All right. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Not yet.
Huh?
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, Seven, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in yet. Okay? Please, this is really important. I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Fine.
What is he doing?
Alright, That means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So? We knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet?
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
So you did know I had it. I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters.
As far as I'm aware, this was a 6.
If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap. Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet. Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever. I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Then what number is it?
Let's find out.
Scan the bracelet to this combination. Wait, it's 6, so... 7 plus 6? No. We need... 12. So... 7 Junpei.
Let's try 7, me, and Cap. If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Hey, it opened! The door opened!
What? Why? What does that mean?
Exactly what it means. Bracelet is number 6.
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Oh.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
So how did he figure that this be an O?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with. Her bracelet was flipped.
It was a 9.
In other words, June's real number is
9.
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up. Here, look.
List of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake? And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom.
This is wrong. I guess this is a 9 door. This was supposed to be 9 or something.
And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 in wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind.
Interesting.
Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure. This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7.
Oh. Interesting.
Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way! Santa is 0?
And June was 9, not 6. Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the nonary game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
Now is he always in the same group with June also in the other routes? I'm not sure, but that could be.
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0.
Is it now?
If my hypothesis is correct.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case?
All right, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, all right, let's keep going.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
Hey, it's a...
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah. Hey, another door. And a card reader this time.
It's the Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
Shouldn't they be looking for that?
Wow! It's totally full of books!
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time.
Ella sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge. As he began his search, for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Alright. The library. Well... There's a note on the table. Lights on the books? Huh? What does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes. But that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. Well, this room is totally useless for Snake. Oh, there's a book. A kid's book. Here. It looks like it's a children's story about a native arrogance. Huh. Don't you think a random book like this is kind of suspicious? Maybe you ought to hold it onto it. Right? This is a book. What's the Hellenism? I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. Culture. History of the medieval period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot. Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. Look, this one says Cultural Heritage of Rome. I bet that's gonna be serious inheritance tax. Why? What? Permian creatures? Seems a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric critter. Oh, that not amphibians. Without hair, I can't imagine they had much need of perms. It's got nothing to do with this. Sorry? A history of Buddhism. Huh. Nothing to say here? Hey, look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology. Damn, that thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone's actually read the whole thing. Pretty sure it just put me to sleep. This one's called History of Western World. Well, I assume it's about European history. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that, Jack. Doesn't seem like you... Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something. Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history are the same thing. Oh no. Quantum gravity. Seven, do you have any idea what this is? How would you start by using real words? Then maybe we'll get somewhere. Theory of general relativity, huh? Oh, I know this one. That's Einstein, right? What's this? An overview of conformal field theory. Oh well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation can take place. Knock it off with this science voodoo stuff. You're trying to put me to sleep? Isn't that the basis for quantum computing? Supersymmetric string theory and 10-dimensional spacetime. They're just talking about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where, how to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by the vibration and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings. Yeah, it's the string theory, basically. Are property values going out in space too these days? Man, I guess times are tough for aliens too. This one says cosmic inflation. Yeah, cosmic inflation is not property tax. All that's here is Faraday's law of electrolysis. I believe that's going to be about electrolysis and electrolyte solution. These particular laws were set down by Michael Faraday. What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we, switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah, if we move them around, and maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. Oh. Nope. I shouldn't look at the... This one can. This one doesn't make any sense. Oh, guess find. Open here. Find bulb. Oh, how about this? Looks like putting those books into right order opened this little thing up. Ha, that was a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei. I guess that turned out well enough. So the letters from the title spelled out, open here, find bulb. Well, we did find a bulb. A powerful light bulb. Great. So, check those two. Energy theory, development of nanotechnology materials, interactions between shortwave energy and matter. What else we've got? Just listening to you read all those titles giving me a headache. Can't say fancy technology stuff, and I get along really well. Keep on talking about that stuff and you're gonna put me to sleep. 7. Stay awake, please. The black hole hypothesis. Gamma ray astrophysics. I guess this bookshelf has astronomy theme. We did this. That's the energy theory. I don't understand the damn title. It looks like the shelf's all science technology, right? Teletemporation and telepathy. What the hell is this one's about? Well, I know what telepathy is, but I've never heard of teletemporation. It refers to having the ability to travel through time. Interesting. This book is called Mind Swap. You mean you could, like, change bodies of someone? Well, I guess. But I'd... with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let 7 switch with me. What the hell? Like I'd even want to swap bodies with a little brat like you. I believe 7 with Clover's personality could be a fun combination. Hey, were you just imagining it? You were. Shut up! Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Kitab al-Azif. Man, they've got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one. Who's that? Some famous guy? It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul al-Hazred. It's said to be one of the sources used in creation of the legendary book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh, so these are all occult books and stuff. Yeah, the al-Azif is one of the base materials and base grimoires referred to by quite a lot of things. I'd go too in-depth here, but it's an interesting read. Even though it's kinda all over the place though. This one says the golden rabbit and the moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives in the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's this moon stuff about? It's talking about Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon according to Chinese legend. This one I don't have anything. This one I don't know anything about this one. That's all? This one says transition of extinct species. We need to hurry it up or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. Micrographia, huh? Ah yes, Robert Hooke's famous work, first published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances and other things too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of many of the things he'd examined and published them in a book. I'd hazard a guess this shelf is concerned with natural sciences. Creatures of the South Sea, huh? I wonder if this one's got a picture of colorful fish and stuff. That's all you think? Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I didn't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should have asked human with tail. Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails as they were no longer useful and the nutrients required to grow them were better to put to use elsewhere. At least that's what I read. I was very young, I may have remembered it incorrectly. Huh? Why the hell would the kid be reading a book like that? That's an interesting thing. We don't have any actual feasible archaeology findings that suggest that we have evolved from something with a tail, but we have a tail bone, and that seems to suggest that we did. And there is the evolutionary theory where we evolved from some kind of ape-like primate, but we are still missing a skeleton piece in its place, so we don't have any concrete evidence that we evolved there, but you can hazard a guess that we evolved from somewhere along those lines. There are quite a few theories out there, and it's worth investigating that sometimes, if you're interested by all means. I cannot speak this word. Paleontology. That's one about fossil, right? Ammonites and pretty nasty looking. Oh, they're cute actually, I guess. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about baby chicks? Probably not, except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. It was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks, really? The theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. This is the Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. Called it natural selection. Exactly. Theories of Cambrian explosion. Did the bomb go off near somewhere called Cambria? Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period, research suggests that a variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. Introduction to geology. Huh? I'm thinking about the Earth even when you're on the ocean. Kinda romantic in a way, I guess. I guess the books on the shelves with transition of extinct species are about living creatures. Or not any more living creatures. This book, yeah, watched this already. I guess the books on the shelf, yeah, we already seen those. An overview of photochemistry. I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? Huh? Looks like there's a whole lot of space behind these books. Look, Junpei, I think there's something hidden behind the books. There's a powerful light bulb. Second one. Communication of Computer Science. Huh? That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague I don't really know what it might be about. Automated robotic assembly line techniques. What's that? Some sort of comic book? Jeez, I guess boys really do like that stuff, huh? No, you're thinking of different sort of robot. This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars. Yeah, this was actually quite a new invention. It isn't that old that we use automated stuff like that. What's this one's called? It says Foundation of DNA and Genetic Engineering. That's all? Human Equilibrium Theory. Human Anatomy. Regeneration of internal organs. Yeah, that's one is interesting as well. There are some organs that can nearly regenerate themselves just from a part of it. And then there are organs that are just dead. If they're dead. Ancient Gladiators. What's this book doing to him? Maybe they was researching human physical limits across history? Look, this one's called Recreation of Lost Human Functions. You think they're talking about if you lose part of your body, then you could grow it back? I don't think so. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they may be talking about cultivating a sixth sense. This one, it looks like that picture book from earlier and the one with the pop-ups. You think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same binding. Oh, we have another weird picture book. Function of the human brain, huh? I guess this book about nervous system. I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have the time. I'm kinda curious about it too. There's gotta be a reason why people connect with each other, you know? Dissection atlas, huh? This whole shelf's full of medical books. Whew. So, let's go down. There are more books to cook. Algebraic number theory, math, huh? There's another one like that over there. You mean something like primary number theory or analytical number theory or geometry? My gosh, how did you know? Nobody has said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split in 4 chief disciplines. If there was a book named Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess that the other 3 would be there as well. Looks like I was right. The Pythagorean Theorem. This is a famous one. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section. That kind. What the hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's compilation of his works. Leibniz. This book is in German. It looks like it's a complete works of something. I've never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know. Isn't he a philosopher? Sheldrake. Sheldrake, isn't Sheldrake? Sheldrake was also a philosopher as far as I'm aware, wasn't he? Owen? Huh. Owen is enough to go on. Perhaps about the English Revolution. It says Riemann hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize about with a Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward? Heavens no, there are many factors: length, girth, lubrication, or lack thereof. It's an exciting and rapidly growing field. Wow. That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. Haha, that's so funny. What's so funny? This one's Goldbach's conjecture. Conjecture? What's this about? Like magic or psychic stuff or something? Right, I bet it's about jewelry, isn't it? It may have an odd title, but it's actually very respectable mathematical books. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory. Sorry, I didn't say anything. Look, let's not get too into this right now, okay? 707. What's this? Origin of Japanese folklore? Looks like there's a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore though. Well, folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover all those things if you know where to look. This looks pretty deep. Modern Japanese literature, huh? Hey, there's another of those picture books here. Something about these things feel kinda nice though, you know? Brings back good memories. I guess even people like 7 were kids once. No shit, you little brat. Hey guys, cool it. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this picture book with me. Book. Agriculture, historical organizations and folklore. This is oddly specific. Could be the theme of a YouTube video, I guess. Let's see what we got here. So many books here. I wonder what's this one's. Oh, what is this? Worm? Huh. Oh, sorry. No, I mean, I'm sorry. Hey, what's the deal with the sappy stuff? Small enclosures with 9 sides. And there are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Am I supposed to put something on those stands? I guess we're supposed to put the music boxes there. Music boxes there. The books. The children books. There are books in here, all sorts of languages. But there's something suspicious about the shelf on the left. This bookshelf has sort of glass inlay. It's pretty big, but there are only 6 books on it. That seems kind of weird. Hey, it looks like there's something on the bottom. Can't really see it though, the glass is all foggy. There are a couple of books on the glass shelves. From left to right it says volume 6, 3, 2, 4, 1 and 5. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. In the middle of the glass door is a electric lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you get the right ones to open it. What the hell is this? It's like they just gave us the answer. Guess I might as well give it a shot. I forgot. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. 6, 3, 2, 1, 5. 6, 3, 2, 1. I forgot. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 0, 5. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 0, 5. 6, 6, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1, 5. Nearly forgot again. You did it, Junpei. Yay! I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever, at least the lock's open now. Let's see if I can get it open alright. No, there's another bulb. Powerful light bulb. The iron plate is bolted down. I don't think it's a door. I think that's just a wall. Oh, that's just going back up. Right. Guess we can put... It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like musical stands. Supposed to put something on those stands? Yeah, for now we're... Alright, there are 3 lights here. I'm gonna change these bulbs. How they should... Wow, light bulbs really make a difference. It's pretty bright in here now. Did I put all in them? Yeah, we did all. So let's put books in here, I guess. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look like musical stands. Am I supposed to put something on the stands? Yes, you are, but there's nothing to mention there. This book says oven. It's light blue. This book says Gladkind. Yellow and the Leibniz. Beltweg on the spine. It's got a volume numbers in the lower part of the spine. Did I miss something? It says lighted books. It's a code track. Like a place where you can hang codes and hits and stuff. Well, this one's too big, so maybe just hats. Yeah, put this one. What am I missing? Do I need to check the books? Search. This one has Native America on the cover. Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans. Maybe it's got them. Whoa. Oh, it's a pop-up book. But you got a magic wand on it. Ah, okay. So what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it? Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside. What a... Whoa. I need to check the other one as well. There's a baseball in this one. Come on, let's see what's in it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball stuff. Whoa. Okay, now we... It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look like music stands. Okay, how about we try putting the picture books on the stands? Then... Awesome. It looks like it worked. Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. There's something projecting on the bottom now. These letters, they say familiar. Sheldrake 5. It says Sheldrake on the spine of this book. Got a volume number written on the lower part of the spine. Could you please just take it? Do I need to click on that one as well?
Sheldrake 5?
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake.
Oh, he was
He has a rather
biochemist.
interesting theory. Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
You did? Why?
Well,
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Why is specifically due to the top? Move to the top floor? Any reason for that?
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
That's a Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator.
So he basically held his sister hostage.
It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth but not hers?
Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she? At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning.
No, we know those guys. All 4 are now on the ship. Some of them are dead. he looks like the silhouette of the Man X in Snake's clothes. I believe Nichisaki is the one who has been eliminated instead of Snake. This big guy.
Kubota led the company's research and development division.
Oh, this one's the knife man, the one who exploded the first time. He looks a lot like him.
Musashido was their majority stockholder.
Yeah, and the fat guy, he looks absolutely like the captain. So less fat though, but the silhouette looks somehow like it.
It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido.
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field. Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produced the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonori Project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver.
Yeah, I mentioned that there were more children that were kidnapped. So they basically really did try to do a 2-group experiment, although they're primarily preliminary. Sorry, they choose based on the potential to actually be in those categories that can fulfill this experiment. Yeah, the Gansfeld test. So, the Gansfeld test was to screen children for if they had the basic abilities they searched for, and then they tried to do this big old dangerous escape room thingy in 2 places, as far as I'm aware, to prove this morphogenic field crab things.
They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind? It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic and Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Huh.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses?
So, let me quickly unpack this experiment. If they really did put two times exactly the same experiment in place, the same puzzle rooms in place, then there wouldn't be much point in actually Group Q, I guess. Unless they put some essential things missing into like every hint or something like that. If they took every hint out of the danger group, then maybe you could argue for a successful experiment. But if you just put everything identically there, then why bother with QQ? That's weird. That doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense.
Get down here already!
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here and soon.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes. I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was Akane.
What?
That was the girl who died.
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago? Then, who is June? No. That's impossible. It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
Yeah, it really has to be in this. She's dead.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, all right?
I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Either way, let's move on. Sheldrake 5. Sheldrake, this is it. This is where the shadow picture was pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find a 5 volume. Oh, well, if you look at that, there's a big red button behind this book. Guess we should press that button. What's that sound? It sounded like something really big was moving. Came from the top floor. Alright, let's check it out. Doesn't look like the gate's changed. There's a keyboard in front of the numbers. And there are 4 Roman numerals on the wall. It's gotta be a hint of some sort. 13, 14, 10, and 13. Those are all Roman numerals. Those are all Roman numerals. Do you think we just need to put in the numbers from the wall on the keyboard? No, you can't. The keyboard doesn't have any number keys. You can type in stuff like 3 or 4. And that means... That should be... Well, I bet you gotta type something on that keyboard. Yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you only enter 4 letters. Huh, let's see how it works. Guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. You can erase what you type with CLR. Alright, I get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. Let me check. We need, damn it, I just need, don't get this. What the hell is the point of these Roman white snake doing? These Roman numerals, if you convert them into Arabic numerals, you'll have 13, 14, 10, and 13. Yes, I know that. True, but this keyboard only has letters, and we can only enter 4 letters. Then why don't you just convert numbers to letters? Yeah, I was doing this. Convert the numbers to letters? Yes, 13, 14, 10, 13. Just give me a moment. 13, 14, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. J. 11, 12, 13. MJ. 14 and 14. M N J N M N J N M N J N M N J N. Why isn't it working? Hey, Junpei, I was thinking, it's kind of like the other one. The other one. Come on, you remember the one in the captain's room. Yes, I do know. 13, 14. M, N, J, M. M, N, J, M. M, N, J, M. $13, 14, 10, 13. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. M, N, J, M. Why? Why the hell isn't this working? Don't you remember, Junpei, that thing in the captain's room? The letters for numbers, remember? So I think we gotta do the opposite of that, right? The opposites? Yes, I do it. M, N, J, M. Why doesn't this work? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Did I? N, J, M. Junpei, you did. Idiot. Hey, calm down, Junpei. Just think about the numbers we got, alright? Okay. You mean 13, 14, 10, 13. Yeah, they're all under 16, right? Yeah, they are. So how do you write 11 hexadecimal, Junpei? B. What about 12? That would C. 15. F, of course. And what are 10, 13, and 13? Oh, I get it. So A, B, C, CDAC. CDAC. Oh. A, B, C, D. B, A, C. Nope. If 11 equals B, 12 equals C, 15 equals F. And what would 13, 14, 10, and 13 be? Am I stupid? So this should be A. B, C, D. D, E, A. I am stupid. Yeah, you did it, Junpei. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Water. Don't get too excited. Password was dead, remember? Just make me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on, we got to unlock it, don't we? Let's go, hurry up. So, alright, let's get this thing open.
Alright, this is the next.
Oh, the door!
Did that just close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see. Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute. Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Oh,
Looks that way.
No way!
for real?
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer. I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
Alright then. We'll begin, but we'll begin next time because we are way over. May cut some thinking time and some stupid moments out. I may not, but currently I'm on 2 hours and 30 minutes. This is already too long. We'll continue this next time in the study. Until then, bye bye.